Thank you for joining me on my masterclass. Now, today I'm going to be teaching you guys how to make as much money as you can. There's no limit to the money that you can make from the US housing market. Now, the US housing market is forecasted to lose about 40% of its value from now, between now and the next 6 months. So it's already began to lose value. If you follow the markets, if you follow the alerts that are coming from banks, because you have to understand a lot of the inventory in the US real estate market is actually owned by banks, and so people are paying mortgages to banks. And what's happening is that because of the economic downturn, the high inflation rate in the United States right now is about 8.3, and it's actually rising. It got as high as almost 10%, 9.4, and then it went down. So a lot of people are having difficulties keeping up with their mortgage payment, and so some people are losing their homes. So you're now having almost record numbers of houses coming back into the market. So there's a lot of inventory. And so you're seeing in places like Florida, it's much higher because of the Hurricane Ian that they had. So it's made the problem worse. But generally in the United States, it's having an effect. And there are a number of things. There are a number of reasons. The two cycles of negative growth, two cycles of recession forced the Feds, that's Jerome Powell, the chairman of the Federal Reserve Bank, to increase interest rates. So interest rates went from a pre-pandemic level of about 3.25% to now it's about 6%. And so it's making loans for houses, more difficult to get, and then even those who have them, it's making it very difficult for them to meet their mortgage payments. And then there are other things as well. The unemployment rate in some parts of the US, not all parts of the US, some parts of the US, but the general outlook for the US real estate market is that, it's going down, it's tanking. So the forecast is that the price, 40%, there's going to be a 40% a price reduction. Now, so what that means basically is that maybe you have a house that was valued at $1 million last month. By between now and the end of 6 months, that house is going to be valued at maybe 600,000. So it's going to lose 40% of its value. So factor that in. Now, if you're in places like Florida, it might be more than 40%. If you're in places like California, it's probably not going to be as high as 40%. You might see maybe 25%, 30%. Some parts of California, like Riverside, might actually get 40% or lower. So now here's the thing. How can you benefit from all this? Because if you can't benefit from all of this, it's just academic, and you got to benefit from it. So here's the thing. A lot of people watching, a lot of my subscribers are from outside the United States, from Cambodia, from Vietnam, from Thailand, from Tanzania, Nigeria, Ghana, from South America. I was surprised because when I saw the breakdown, and a lot of people say, okay, well, this doesn't concern me. No, that's not true. There are no laws stopping foreigners from buying real estate in America. There are no laws. There's no U.S. citizenship or U.S. Lawful permanent residency requirement for you to purchase a property in America. Anybody at all, anybody can purchase property. You can be, a Greek and you can purchase property. You can be from Nigeria, you can purchase property. So this is an opportunity for you to purchase property. And so you might ask, okay, well, I live in Vietnam. Why should I purchase property in America when I don't live in America and I don't have a visa, I don't have a green card, I'm not an American citizen? No, you're buying these properties as an investment property. So when you buy them, you're buying them through agencies that you're going to put renters there, tenants there, and just going to sit down and you're going to be getting your money. And the US dollar is actually very strong right now, which is because you're seeing that it's now almost one on one with the pound. And so in your local currency, you're going to be expensive. For instance, with the naira, the Nigerian naira has lost a lot of value, and Bank of America is forecasting that the naira is going to lose 20% more of its value between now and the next 6 months. So you want to get your money into a stable currency. So it's a very good idea. Now, how do you do it? It's very good. They're going to require in your own country for you to have a credit check. So you have to have a good credit history in your own country. And then also you got to have at least 10% down payment, 10% down payment because you're not a US citizen. US citizens can go with maybe 3%, but because you're a foreigner, they're going to ask you for about 10%. So it's something that you can do. And then how do you do it? It's very, very easy. There's a firm, redfin.com. Redfin.com. That's R for Romeo, E for Echo, D for David, F for Frank, I for India, N for Nancy, Redfin.com. They help foreign buyers to buy homes in the United States. So you can go on their website. But there are a bunch of them. You don't have to go through Redfin. There are a bunch of people who do it, several people who do it. Redfin is just one of the more reliable people. So you can actually buy properties in the United States now that prices are going down, and then put renters there. And then what's happening is that by the time the housing market begins to rise again, because we've got historical records that show when the housing market crashes, it also comes back. It's a cycle. It goes down, it comes back. Then you can actually sell and probably double your money. Now, I know this is a mouthful. You might have one or two questions arising from this. Put them in the comment section of this video, and my staff are going to bring them to me, and I'll do my best to respond to them. But you got to remember, I do not have a WhatsApp forum, a Gmail email address, a Telegram channel. Beware of scammers. I'm never going to approach you in the comment section of my videos. I'm never going to ask you for money. I'm never going to give you a phone number. Now, this is Apostle of Prosperity saying, God bless you.
But Reno travels all around the world. I hope you get inspired about what you see. Apostle of greatness, Reno is a master. Only one man against the whole world in large. Fighting with the monsters, poverty I can't stand. That's why Reno is